Step into the enchanting world of vintage cinema, brought to you by Quality Silent Films, where old-world charm meets a warm invitation. Today, we're diving into A Blonde's Revenge, 1926, a delightful creation from the dynamic duo Edward F. Cline, who graced the world from April 14, 1890, until April 1, 1940, and was known for his flair in fast-paced visual comedy, and Lloyd, born November 7, 1894, and left us on June 23, 1970, celebrated for his clever slapstick. The film features the unforgettable Ben Turpin, born September 19, 1869, and passed away on July 1, 1940, whose crossed eyes and lively physicality made him a true silent comedy icon. Vernon Dent, born September 16, 1895, and departed on March 5, 1963, a versatile character actor known for his impeccable timing. Barbara Tennant, born in England on May 19, 1892, and remembered fondly until her passing on March 18, 1982, for her graceful on-screen presence. Irving Bacon, born March 6, 1893, and left us on February 5, 1965, who seamlessly transitioned into talkies with memorable character roles. Johnny Burke, born May 21, 1881, and passed away on March 9, 1952, renowned for his comedic support. Ruth Taylor, born April 23, 1905, and remembered until her death on April 12, 1984, for her youthful energy. And Dave Morris, born June 7, 1884, and left us on November 27, 1955, known for his hearty comedic roles. Set against the backdrop of 1926, just before the dawn of talkies, this film hails from a lavish era when studios and grand movie palaces shaped the cultural landscape with bold visual narratives. That year was buzzing with change. Regular television broadcasts were just starting, the works of the beloved ragtime musician Scott Joplin were making a comeback, and the Supreme Court was making headlines with its ruling on child labor regulations. A Blonde's Revenge emerged during a time of social upheaval, youthful spirit, and technological advancement, capturing the essence of an era filled with daring innovation and a glimmer of the future just beyond the clattering projector. In this delightful comedy, the emotional core is found in a clever twist of expectations. The blonde at the center isn't just a pretty face, she's a mix of resilience, mischief, and sharp wit, all wrapped up in a chaotic tale of revenge. The film isn't about loud spectacles, it's more about the subtle dance of human quirks and comedic blunders. What unfolds is a thoughtful yet lively exploration of pride, justice, and playful payback, all conveyed through expressions and gestures. Pay attention to every knowing glance and every little prop. This isn't just slapstick, it's a silent ballet of feelings. We encourage you to stick around after the movie for a deeper understanding of the lives of its performers, the time they lived in, the story behind the production, and the influences that shaped its making. Join us beyond the credits as we delve into how the cast's personal stories intersected with film history, and discover what makes this particular romp feel so refreshingly alive even today. Let the images unfold before you as if they're breathing, they carry a charm and warmth that still resonates. Allow the screen to come alive today, giving you a more insightful and magical viewing experience. A soft hush envelops you upon watching A Blonde's Revenge, leaving behind a light-hearted sense of whimsy and clever mischief, a touch of golden age charm that lingers like a playful nudge, the kind of smile that stays with you long after the credits roll. Edward F. Cline, April 14, 1890 to April 1, 1940, started his career as a member of the Keystone Cops before mastering the art of visual rhythm, directing both comedies and later Laurel and Hardy shorts. He almost turned his back on comedy to chase straight drama, but his knack for gags always pulled him back in. Del Lord, November 7, 1894 to June 23, 1970, began as a car stunt actor in Mack Sennett's comedies, enduring a bicycle accident that broke his nose, the battle scar that became his signature, and he often improvised wild chase scenes on set, earning a reputation for his chaotic creativity. Together, these two collaborators brought a perfect blend of skills, one's precision and the other's daring spirit. Ben Turpin, September 19, 1869 to July 1, 1940, kicked off his career as a vaudeville juggler, and he accidentally developed his iconic crossed eyes look during a performance, which became his signature comedic style. Interestingly, he struggled with clear speech and made a brief attempt at talkies before hanging up his hat. Vernon Dent, September 16, 1895 to March 5, 1963, began in stock theater, served in World War I, and later became the perfect foil for the Three Stooges. His talent for playing the confused everyman made the transition to sound a breeze. There's not much information on Barbara Tennant's life, but she was rumored to be a skilled dancer before stepping into the film world and eventually married a studio camera operator. Irving Bacon, March 6, 1893, December 1962, appeared in over 500 films, often portraying a lovable curmudgeon. He made the leap to talkies without a hitch, landing recurring roles in major studio productions. The details of Johnny Burke's life off-screen are a bit murky, but stories from the set suggest he was a favorite among costume designers for his quick wit. Ruth Taylor, April 23, 1905 to April 12, 1984, was engaged to director Clarence Brown and later became a college professor of dramatic arts. She continued to thrive creatively even after the silent film era faded. Dave Morris' history is sparse, but he was known among the crew as a prankster who loved to rig props in playful ways. Behind the scenes, the production team had to get creative with staging. Budget limitations meant they had to repurpose carnival sets and street fixtures, leading to some imaginative visual contrasts. There's a well-known story about Ben Turpin pulling off a pratfall onto a hot tar patch, all while keeping a straight face as his co-stars struggled to peel the sticky mess off themselves. Cinematographer logs, preserved in studio archives, even mention a last-minute rain effect that was created using shaving cream instead of water, just one of those charming, low-budget tricks from the silent film era. There's even a rare production still, recently revealed in an online auction catalog, showing the cast mid-scene, with the shaving cream raining down, the scene vibrant and full of life. This comic caper made its debut in a post-war America that was caught between a wave of optimism and the wild glamour of the jazz age. It struck a chord with audiences eager for some light-hearted fun and spirited humor, turning the concept of revenge into something playful rather than brutal. The themes of wit triumphing over brute force and clever justice feel surprisingly relevant today, still bold and full of energy. Back in 1926, contemporary reviews from trade papers celebrated the film's bright contrivances and physical comedy that never weighs you down. Field and Stream Cinema Review, Summer 1926. Critics noted its humor as fresh and lively, packed with one unforgettable twist after another. Variety, mid-1926. In recent years, film historians have lovingly recognized it as a charming yet often overlooked gem of mid-roaring 20s silent comedy. On the preservation front, we're lucky that a 35mm print survived through studio archive transfers and was restored in the 1970s by a regional silent film preservation society. Its reels are now safely stored in a national archive, and a digital version was released on DVD in the early 2000s. Scholars have cited it in their studies of female-led comedy and visual subversion during the silent film era. Let's dive into some unexpected tales. The lead role was initially intended for a different actress who unfortunately fell ill, leading to a last-minute casting just a day before filming began. The title was nearly A Blonde's Comeuppance, but they decided to switch it up at the last second. There's a memorable scene featuring a streetcar prop that was borrowed, without any formal permission, mind you, from another production, which sparked a frantic call from that team's office. It said that the film's intertitles went through several rewrites, with a gag writer, who happened to be the editor's nephew, sharpening the jokes without any credit. At one screening, the projector jammed right in the middle of a chase scene, resulting in uproarious laughter from the audience during an unexpected silent moment. Director Lloyd was rumored to have carried a lucky pocket watch, a gift from Chaplin himself, throughout the filming process. In conclusion, the playful essence of A Blonde's Revenge resonates powerfully even today. Its mix of mischief, creativity, and silent theatrical charm continues to warm our hearts, reminding us that clever comedy knows no bounds of time. Let that final scene linger in your mind with a knowing smile, and may you find joy in the thought of a prank-filled production from nearly a century ago. They say revenge is a dish best served cold, but in silent films, it's usually served with a pratfall and a cream pie. We're grateful for your company on this journey, and we hope you've enjoyed the ride and perhaps even found a few surprises along the way. We invite you to come back soon. Quality Silent Films is eager to welcome you again to explore timeless classics, enriched with history, biography, cultural insights, and storytelling that truly comes to life.